Hello, my name's Jason Leahy, here to provide you a little bit of an update from IPA. So different than my IPA talks, this is going to be just my opportunity to talk with you as an IPA member about some specific things happening with the association, not necessarily with education across the board. It's something that I used to do pretty regularly years ago and then got away from it. So one of my goals for this year for myself here at IPA is to try to provide these updates at least on a monthly basis, maybe more if needed, but at least on a monthly basis. So thanks for tuning in and just learning a little bit about what's going on with your association here at IPA. Just first off, I want to share a little bit of good news with you regarding membership. We are knocking on 7,000's door in terms of it being a consistent level of membership for us. And typically what I call that for us is when we have the buildup of membership in a given month, and then we do drops at the beginning of the next month when people's membership lapses. If when we get to that point that membership stays up above 7,000, then that's when we can say that we've got a membership of 7,000 here at IPA. And we are like this close. We are hitting that mark and starting to go over that mark at the end of a given month. And in time, we sure hope to see us be there very soon. So thank you for your membership. Thanks to you for encouraging others to join and be a part of this organization. You are obviously the lifeblood of IPA and what makes us tick here and gives us the ability to do the things that we do for you and your leadership and for the profession, for kids across the board here in Illinois and beyond. And it's really, the strength of the organization is in the connection that we have with each other and the ability to support one another. And the more people that we put into that camp, obviously, the stronger our organization will be today and moving forward. So some other updates that I want to provide to you. One, if you didn't know this already, this last year, IPA put on a pretty significant addition to the south end of our building at the Illinois Principals Association home office here in Springfield. We put it in the space that we had as kind of a half lot that was purchased years ago, back around 2000 when this original building was built. Dr. David Turner, who was the executive director at the time, along with the board at that time, had the forethought and vision to make sure that when they purchased this property, put in the original building, was to purchase a little extra land to be prepared for an addition, which is what we did this last year. We added on 9 offices, some additional restroom facilities, a little kitchenette area to service that side of our office. And then the grand marquee of that space is a studio for our senior video producer, Scott Wilkinson, and other members of the team to use for us to do all the production of content and other stuff, particularly as we develop things for Ed Leaders Network and other partners that we collaborate with here, both in Illinois and throughout the country. So if you're ever in town, ever want to take a quick tour of the building, because we not only put on the addition, we also remodeled some other spaces just so that it was more functional here for this office. It was a better working space for the team to make our work smoother and more efficient for all of you. We'd sure love to show you what the space looks like now. Anytime, 2940 Baker Drive, right here in Springfield. Come in and see us and check it out. Other things that I want to be sure that you're aware of, particularly things to be aware of what's coming on down the road, something that's already in process that you may or may not know about is in collaboration with ECRA AI Solutions and the ECRA group, who are located up in the northern part of the state. We have partnered to bring an AI assistant module or companion to our model student handbook. Really excited about this. You can visit the IPA website and learn more, see where it's already happening in some places, including at New Berlin High School. Hattie Llewellyn is the principal there, who are leveraging this AI assistant where you can train up an AI assistant, an AI tool on your handbook so that you train up that assistant on everything related to your handbook, and then make that assistant available to your public either through a web browser or through an email. And then people can come in and ask questions about it and then receive those responses. What we're seeing with this is it more than anything can really save your team a lot of time, particularly your secretaries in the office or others that might be being asked questions about a whole host of things, everything from when does school start to what do we do with vaccinations? What do I do? What happens in this disciplinary situation? What is what does your code of conduct look like related to athletics? Whatever that might be, you can train up that assistant on those student handbook related items. You do have to be a Model Student Handbook subscriber to do that, which is a full district subscription when you do it. And then with regards to the AI assistant, it's something that you have to do district wide as well. But we are starting to really lean into leveraging AI as a tool. IPA prides itself on being innovative, and we want to continue to do that, obviously, in this space. And in addition to having an AI assistant for the handbook that you can make a part of your Model Student Handbook subscription, in the coming months, we are also going to introduce a paradigm assistant that not only is an assistant related to our school leader paradigm, our leadership framework, but also everything related to IPA broadly. We're going to train up this assistant on our paradigm, which we've already done and been testing the paradigm and all of our resources related to the paradigm that are aligned to it, but also other things related to IPA to give you a place to where you can go and talk to this assistant, ask this assistant questions about things related to the paradigm framework and leadership, and maybe some suggestions for things that you might want to do when it comes to the work that you've got going on in your school, as well as more specifically to services that the association can provide. So really excited about that. We'll probably talk a little bit more about that at conference that's coming up next month. So let's just roll right into that. Really excited about being back up in Peoria with Teamworks as our theme this year. Got some great keynoters, great sessions that are going on. Registrations for conference are already tracking up very high. We're running ahead of this time last year, which was a record year for us. Hotels are booking up. So if you are planning on getting to Peoria here that third weekend in October, 19th, 20th, 21st, please be sure to get registered now. Be sure to get your room reserved. And the great thing about conference, not only do we always have terrific content there, not only from our keynoters, but from the practitioners that are delivering those sessions, it is a great time of connection and community building with your colleagues where you can, reminisce with each other, maybe cry on each other's shoulders if you need to, do some problem solving, just talk shop, whatever it is that you need to do. But we look forward to having you in Peoria here in just a little over a month. So I'll be sure to check that out. The last thing I'll just share, because I want to be sure to keep this short because you're busy, you got a lot of other things that you need to be doing. This year, why we felt like, overall it was a fairly smooth start. That seems to be the thing that we're hearing from people. Overall, still some of those challenges trying to fill some of those hard to fill positions in schools, and hard to say what those are anymore because it feels like that's across the board. But beyond that, generally a fairly good start for us. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have its challenges. We know that there's been some instability related to the federal government, questions about what's happening with regards to funding. We know that dealing with our students from out of country that are coming in and that are in our schools, and how to make sure to serve them appropriately, considering the federal landscape of things, all of that stuff. We can sure appreciate with that what's going on, and we want to make sure that that if you have questions, concerns, need anything related to any of those issues, please be sure to contact us here at IPA, and we'll be happy to support you through whatever it is that we can. And if we have issues with regards to having those immediate answers for you, we'll be sure to work hard to get answers for you moving forward with regards to whatever that is. In addition to that, I encourage you to be sure to pay attention to legal updates that come from Brian, legislative updates that are coming from Allison, and when there are opportunities to engage in those types of conversations, those critical discussions and processes, please, please, please be sure to make sure that your voice is heard, because it's that view from on the ground, and what's happening there is really critical, in order for us to do what's best for kids. So with all that being said, just know that we're grateful for you here at IPA, grateful for you and your leadership. Never forget that you matter, meaning your leadership, matters. So anytime that the association can support you in your endeavors, don't hesitate to give us a call, or always check us out on the web at ilprinciples.org. Take care.